Good evening, students, and welcome to Positive Psychology or Buddhist Psychology at the Florida International University online course, Theories of Personality. Just to start, I would like to give you an introduction of what is positive psychology. And positive psychology, it's a current movement in psychology that emphasize healthy functioning with concern for immediate experience and positive emotions such as happiness. A key similarity between Maslow's theory and current positive psychology is the emphasis on immediate experience as an aspect of healthy functioning. Positive emotions are also important as people seek to improve health. The healthier you are, the happier you are, the positive you are. Next, I'm going to talk about positive psychology states and traits. States and traits, number one, we can say that is happiness. Number two, positive mood. Number three, self esteem. Number four, active coping. Number five, religion and spiritually and being spiritual. Later on, we're going to talk about Buddhist psychology, and even though it's not a religion, it's considered a spiritual way of being positive. Next, we're going to talk about Mr. David Pessler. Mr. David Pessler was an abused child, orphan, because obviously the school took him out of his home and put him on a foster care. Mr. Pessler grew up in a abusive home in San Francisco, California, son of an alcoholic mother. Single him out among his brothers. His mother usually called him it instead of calling his name every time that she was gonna talk to him. At the age of 12, school was removed. He was removed from his home by the school and placed in a foster care. He joined the Air Force at age of 18 and served for 13 years. He also worked on behalf of abused children in several capacities as a counselor, lecturer, advisor, and board member. He has received several national and international awards for his activities, including one of the outstanding young persons of the world. As you can see, Mr. David Pelzer, even though he was an orphan, even though that he was an abused kid, he overcame all his fears. He reached to the top of his goals and started basically working with abusive kids by doing lectures, being a counselor, and a board member of different organizations. Next, I want to talk about a topic that I found on the book that it's called A Meaningful Life. One important contributor to life satisfaction is people's sense that their life has meaning. That comes to positive psychology. Positive psychology has found that some religious values, as I mentioned before, the Buddhist religion, and it's not a religion, it's a way of meditating, a way of connecting with the earth, such as forgiveness, contributes to a person's well being. So it is perhaps not surprising that people who became more religious over time also increased their well being. As we know, again, Mr. Pelsler increased his well being by overcoming obstacles and reaching his goals, that in his case was helping other students, other children that were abused or are abused in their home. Next, we're going to talk about Buddhist psychology and Dalai Lama, Mr. Dalai Lama, or Master Dalai Lama, as they call him in Thailand. I know this because I travel, as you can see in the picture, I travel to Thailand, and I did this because I do the martial arts of Muay Thai. and in a when I travel over there with my group, we discover many things about Buddhism and the way people connect to Earth. Next, I'm going to talk about a little bit of Buddhist psychology. People who have risen to higher levels of development are calm and compassionate. Mr. Dalai Lama, in his video, talked about compassion. Like every sentence that he says, it's about compassion. Why? Because he wants the world. He wants, number one, he wants us as an individual, and he does this to start working on compassion, and then after we are completely realized and we have compassion for others, then we can help others in our neighborhood, in our schools, and around the world. Those who remain less developed have more trouble traits. In the case of Mr. Spessler, when he was a child in his development, he had some troubles, and one of the troubles was him being a thief. He took stuff away from people, or even the family that took him in his home. The good thing about his family, the second family, the foster family, is that they never give up on him. The Dalai Lama will certainly be described as highly developed, which translate into traits term of compassion. Next, I'm going to talk about emotions, anger, and compassion, and we can compare these to Mr. Pessler at the same time. Emotions can interfere with growth, but happiness is the natural consequence of following the right spiritual path. When we compare this to Mr. Pessler, even though he grew up in a bad environment, he had the help and the happiness of family that helped him overcome, like I said, many goals, and leave the negativity on the side. Buddhism strives for tranquility and peace, and Mr. Pessler has his tranquility and peace when he started helping others to overcome fears. Compassion is a central concept in Buddhism. Compassion is similar to the term love in Western approaches. Adult personality. Now I'm going to talk about adult personality. Personality, referring to Mr. The Master Dalai Lama and Freud's personality theory. One Freud's legacy is that childhood experience potentially influence adult personality. Personality development involves a series of conflicts between the individual who wants to satisfy instinctual impulses and social world, especially the family. Stages of psychosexual development by Freud. It's oral stage. Oral stage. If we compare oral stage with Master Dalai Lama, he says in his video that basically it's very important when a child is breastfed, and because that interaction between mother and son creates compassion, creates a better person to go around the world and promote happiness. The first psychosexual stage of development from birth to age 1. That means again, the more that interaction between son and mother, the more compassionate, the more happy, the more of a good person that child is gonna be. These are some of our of my references. Hope you guys liked the video, and hope to see you soon in another class. Have a great day.